I'm Elizabeth Palisano here with Miss Torres talking about a student trip to Spain. So, what is this trip that you guys are going on?
This is an idea that I got because when I was a student in college, I had the opportunity to travel abroad. One of my college professors decided to take a group of us to Spain, and it has been one of the greatest experiences of my life, and I wanted to make sure my students get that opportunity as well.
Okay, and where will you be visiting in Spain?
We will be visiting 5 different cities, 2 of the major ones, Madrid and Barcelona. And we will also visit Cordoba, Seville, and Granada.
Okay, and will you be staying at each of those cities?
Yes, we will be spending at least a night or 2 in every city.
Sounds fun. And are there any special monuments or museums that you guys are going to visit?
We will be visiting a little bit of everything in every city. We will go to museums. We will go to see basically everything that there is to see in every major city. I also know that we will be making a few side stops to an olive farm. We will be visiting also the Royal Palace. That's a big one. I'm very excited about that. I was there before and I'm excited to go back. I think it will be a great experience for the kids as well to be, in the place, the home of the King and Queen of Spain. Okay. We will be visiting, we will have a salsa lesson. We will be visiting, as far as I know, we will also be visiting a summer camp with Spanish students.
Okay.
Yeah, so it should have a little bit of everything. It should be a lot of fun.
And when is this trip?
This trip it has been planned for the summertime. Once school is over, we are planned to leave on the 23rd of June. And we made it so that the trip would not interfere with school.
Okay, and how long are you guys staying?
It's 11 days. However, usually the first day is travel, getting there, and then the last day is getting back home. So it'll be a full 9 days in Spain.
Oh, wow. And who's all going?
As of now, I have a group of 14 students enrolled, and there are two chaperones, myself and another teacher. Another one of the Spanish teachers will be chaperoning with me.
And how is this like a learning experience for the students?
This is a learning experience because the students will be able to bring to life a lot of the things they learn in my classroom. I wanted to make sure they have firsthand experience with not only the language but also the culture. There are a lot of Spanish people around here and they get a little bit of the language and also a little bit of the culture. But I wanted to make sure they have actual Spain experience. So they will get to, it'll be pretty much an immersion. They will be in Spain, surrounded by nothing but Spanish, language, culture, food, everything. So they're going to learn about the culture and they will also have an opportunity to practice their Spanish.
Okay. And now you mentioned you went to the Royal Palace. What's that like?
Palace, it's very fancy, it's very pretty. If I can remember correctly, we are not allowed to take pictures from the inside because of, privacy and all that. But it was a wonderful experience just to see how real kings and queens live in real life. You see all the palaces and, in Disney movies and other movies, but to be there and actually experience it, it's pretty awesome.
It's like brought to life, the
Exactly.
movies. And you said you went to a trip in college. How was that trip?
That was also wonderful. I did not get to visit as many places as I will visit, or as the group will visit this time. I have not been to Barcelona, so I'm very excited about that. I did visit other cities such as Toledo and Segovia, and they were very nice. It was also a learning experience for me. My studies of Spanish in college had a lot of literature and art and more in depth. So when we went to museums and everything, I had the opportunity to look at the art pieces that we had been discussing in class, and to me that was just a wonderful experience. Hopefully I can do something like that for my students as well.
Okay. And while you were over there, did you notice a difference in culture?
Absolutely. There's a lot of big differences. Just first one, of course, the language. It's completely different. People are very nice. People greet each other. The way people greet each other. One of the biggest differences, I guess, would be in relationship to meals. When the meals happen, how they happen, how people can go to a restaurant, a cafe, and just like sit there and chat and have a conversation, and it just goes on and on forever. And they're not in such a rush. America, it's all quick, quick, quick. You get to a place, you got to be finished, move on. And in Spain, it's a little bit more relaxed. There are certain times for like the different meals. There's times of the day when everything's really calm because people might be taking their siesta and so on. So it's going to be a big cultural difference.
And what is a siesta?
Siesta is a nap.
Nap
Time.
Okay. Do they have like a scheduled nap time?
They do.
Oh.
A lot of people have a certain, they go to work, they have their lunch, and then after work they have their siesta.
Oh, well, I would like to have that as well.
Yeah, like I said, they take everything a little bit more easy. Like they're more relaxed in that aspect. They're not always on the run.
Okay. And you said there's a difference in meal times?
Yes.
How does that work?
There's lunch. There's there's breakfast. Lunch is a little bit later in the day, and then dinner is even later than that. And also, a lot of times they have something called tapas, which is finger food, basically. So this is something that's very common in Spain. People go to different restaurants and a lot of times bars to just have sit down and eat some tapas. And again, it's just like very small, brief finger food. That's something that's very common, and I hope we get to experience that as well.
Okay. Well, thank you a lot for being here. Is there anything else you would like to add?
I am hoping to make this trip possible every other year. This is the first time I do a trip to Spain, and I also wanted to do a trip to Spain because last year one of the French teachers took some students to France. So, I was actually on the trip to France. So I thought, French students are going to have that opportunity. I should also give the Spanish students an opportunity. And I am hoping to be able to make this an ongoing thing. So hopefully we can have it every other year. The first one is this summer, to June of 2014. Hopefully we can have another one 2 years from now in 2016.
And all grades are eligible to go on the trip?
I'm not sure about future trips. For this trip, since it was the very first one, I decided to keep it open for the higher levels of Spanish, just to make sure they would feel, a little bit more comfortable. And I also opened it up for, I teach 2 classes of heritage Spanish, meaning these classes are for students who are native speakers of Spanish. So I opened it up to them and to my higher levels. And again, we got a group of 14 students. In years, for future years, I might be able to open it up for maybe even the lower levels.
Okay.
We will see how everything goes.
Well, thanks again for being here. I'm Elizabeth Palisano here with Miss Torres. Now back to the Eagle's Eye.